All right. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our Wednesday afternoon meditation session. So, as we begin today, I was reading a couple of articles related to what the articles refer to as expressive writing. And so, as you know, I like to write. I've always liked to write. And what was interesting in reading these articles, they talked about writing as a therapeutic object. And by therapeutic object, what I mean is that when we write expressively, as they refer to it, or what I might refer to as reflectively, or even creatively, what they find is that somehow or other our defense mechanisms, if you will, the things that block us, that we might be uncomfortable talking about or not want to disclose, that the process of writing itself, because of the differences in the way we process information when we write, kind of allow us to open ourselves up and to allow some of those things to arise in us and for us to see them in ways that we might have kept them, sort of tapped down or sort of behind some walls or not really wanted to talk about or kind of put them away. And as I was reading this, and the reason I was reading it is because in the course I'm teaching this semester at the college, we do a lot of work on reflective writing, and I urge the students to do a lot of writing and spend some time talking about that. So I was, trying to up my game, if you will, in terms of being able to explain this to the students. But as I started to think about it in relationship to our meditations, it made me recognize that in some ways the process of writing and the process of meditation probably are overlapping, in that in meditation we work to allow things to arise and to see them. In writing, it's maybe not as conscious a process, or at least from what I've read or how I see it, I don't sense it that way. But in some ways, it's the same thing. It's putting our thoughts in an external form, somewhere outside of us, that we can see and we can look at and almost view it as if we are seeing it from the outside in, which I think is kind of interesting. So, just made me think about the parallels between those two activities, if you will, and how one and the other kind of have similar outcomes, at least in some manner or some way of speaking. So, if you're out there and you're a journal keeper or you're doing some sort of creative endeavor with writing, then in a sense you are extending your meditative practice only through pen and paper, so to speak, or keyboard and screen, maybe in this day and age might be a more accurate way to see it. So, anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting and did want to share that with the group. So, all right. So, with that aside, we will begin our meditation. So, as we begin, as we always begin, we will sit back and close our eyes and allow ourselves to just settle into whatever place we are in. So, just settle in to your environment, whether it be sitting on your bed, sitting in a chair, on the floor, or who knows, perhaps even wandering around with headphones in while you meditate. Settle yourself into your spot. Start with a nice, long, slow, deep breath, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Settle yourself down. Sink into your chair or whatever you're sitting on, your bed, your chair, your mat. Or if you're standing, settle into your feet. Feel the ground. Feel what is beneath you. Feel the stability that it provides for you as you are seated. Feel the fabric of your chair or the sheet on your bed or the softness of your cushion. And just absorb that sensation. Absorb those tactile sensations, the things that you feel with your skin, your fingers, your toes. And let those enter your body, just drawing in slowly, drawing through your fingertips, up through your nerve endings. And think about the movement from the nerve endings to the brain. Always the reminder that something is always coming from somewhere and always moving to some place, even as we sense those things. Nothing is still, nothing is stagnant, nothing is just in one separate place. We are always in some ways connecting to our external environment, to what is outside of us. And so we feel that with our skin, we feel that as we touch things. We feel that as perhaps we run our fingers through our hair, or we put our hands together and clasp them. We can feel the changing pressure that we add. We can feel the softness of one part of our body against another. And so we too are just a feedback loop of what we are immersed in this world, whether it be our own sense of touch or the touch of things from outside in. And so we settle into that. We breathe in deeply. We allow our breath to cleanse us. Again, taking from the outside world into our bodies. And as we do this, as we breathe in, we can think to ourselves, I'm drawing from the outside, taking in life-giving oxygen, letting it settle over all parts of my body that it needs, traveling through my bloodstream, waking up my muscles, waking up my brain cells, alerting me to what's around me. And I'm breathing out the carbon dioxide that I don't need, parts of the air, waste product, if you will, of our existence, which is life-giving to others' existence. And so we give it back. So we continue in that circle and cycle of existence, both of life and just of our environment. And we go around in a circle with our breath, and we feel it as it enters us, breathing in and breathing out, and settling in and settling out. And as we sit, I have a vision or a thought or a picture that arises in my mind. And I think of a rainbow, often associated with things that are magical. But we've all seen rainbows and the colors that are there with us. And so as we think of ourselves outside and we think of seeing a rainbow, perhaps the sun overhead, but the clouds in the distance, and we look into the sky in the direction that the rainbow has formed, and we know that this is temporary. It will only be here while the conditions are perfect for it to arise. And so the rainbow is a reminder of many things. It is a reminder of the beauty that exists in the world that seems magical. It's a reminder of impermanence because it appears and it disappears. And so it oftentimes reminds me of the way my mind works. Something rises up in it, thought, like the thought of a rainbow, or a feeling, a sense of joy or accomplishment, a sense of grief or sadness, a sense of wanting or longing, a sense of feeling fulfilled. And I know that that feeling is always temporary, always impermanent. And the rainbow too is always temporary, always impermanent. It's as if it was put there as a reminder of beauty, of magic, and impermanence all sitting up in the sky. When I look at each of the colors, red, orange, yellow, the blue, indigo, violet, all sort of spread out across the sky, as if I'm looking through a magnifying glass, through the rain, through the raindrops, through the clouds. And I just watch it for as long as I can. And I take in the colors, I scan them back and forth. And as I see them, they impact me in some way. Feelings emerge and arise. And I just allow them to do so. I allow them to emerge. I allow them to rise. And I let them disappear. And as quickly as the rainbow appeared, it starts to fade. Almost like it's sending me a message. I've given you this gift. All gifts are temporary. All things are temporary. And now this gift is fading, but it will return. And it's gone. And the sky is now just gray with spots of sunshine and a light mist falling. And I stand outside in this as if the rainbow has given me this experience. It's shown me the beauty of the universe, the magic that exists in my ability to experience the universe, and the temporary nature of all things. And I take a breath in, and I take a breath out, and I feel a sense of wonder that arises in me, like the wonder of a child when they walk into their birthday party and there are balloons and cake, people, and everybody is, in a sense, focused on them at this moment. And there is that sense of wonder. But the birthday, too, is impermanent and permanent at the same time. The day arises, like all days. It marks something for us that we feel. The concept of aging. And we celebrate this. But with each year that passes, our impermanence is closer. Yet we celebrate it as an accomplishment and a marker of time. And the years go by and the birthdays pile up. 10, 20, 30, and on to some indeterminate number. And we live inside of that. So we celebrate the markers, the birthdays, the anniversaries, the memories. And in those markers, we feel a sense of our emotions, wonder, happiness, grief, sadness, loss, and gain. It's as if they're a big package that comes to us, that our lives are wrapped up in all of this, that all things exist in all things. In grief, there's happiness. In loss, there's gain. In darkness, there's light. In sadness, there's relief. All mixed together. All there for a brief moment, if we can learn to let them go, because other things will replace them in return. But no thing is separate, and we recognize the lack of separateness that is out there. And we sit and we look at the sky, we look at the raindrops, we feel the light mist falling on our skin, coating us with a soft wetness. And it's a hot day, so the rain feels refreshing, almost like we're running through a shower on a summer's day when we were a child. And again, wonder rises in us. The rain, the warmth, the sprinkly feel, the letting go, and the allowing of what's out there just to be there, to just experience it. The rain is no longer good or bad, something I have to get away from or cover myself from. It just falls on me, water from the sky. It gives life to so many things. The plants that grow, the reservoirs and the lakes and the oceans, parts of which we can drink to keep ourselves nourished. Waterfalls, which provide a sense of awe and beauty in them. I have a vision as I think of this of Niagara Falls or some giant falls if you've not seen Niagara, and the awesome power of these individual drops of water when they are combined, and the sound and the roar that reverberates through me. And I hear that sound, that vibration. And as all things are connected, the water, the vibration, the sound, my eardrums, the electrical impulses to my brain, the experience of the sound, the vibration. It's as if I take the vibration on of the roaring of the falls. And it's like a hum that I can feel inside of me. And I feel that hum, that low hum, like an electrical impulse running through me. The conductivity of the earth and the sound waves and the particles that are part of the physical world. I can feel the unseeable. I can hear the unhearable. And so if I open up, I think about knowing the unknowable inside of myself, the things that are tucked away in corners, the bottom of drawers, in bins in our basements and our storage units, the secrets we don't even know we keep, that we somehow sit on top of, or the secrets we paper over with pleasant photos and drawings and flowers, but that are sitting underneath and impacting us in ways that without awareness we can't see. We breathe in and we settle ourselves. We sit and we focus on our breath to ground ourselves in our own presence. Breathing in and breathing out. And with each breath, we uncover something. We loosen up. It's as if we have fabric over our bodies, underneath the covers of a blanket that was tightly knit together. And with each breath, the blanket and the fabric and the stitches just start to become more elastic, just a little bit at a time. And as they become a little bit elastic, what's inside of us can rise up and we can see it, feel it, sense it, experience it. Like making a collage or a finger painting, where we stick our fingers in different colors and we run them along a piece of paper or on a wall or a board. And we draw shapes and swirls. This is what rises up out of us. And as we look at these colors and these shapes and these swirls and all the things that circle around, in big circles and small circles, we loosen ourselves up. The fabric of the blanket widens. We allow more things to arise. It's as if we get lighter as these things arise. We're not carrying around that trunk buried in the corner of our basement. Or our pockets are no longer full of things we don't even know what they are. We just settle into it and let it rise. And as it rises, it's like a rainbow. It's there, we see it, and it dissipates. And another rainbow arises. And the fabric of the blanket is spread wider. And the blanket that we thought was protecting us from what is outside coming in was perhaps hindering us from letting what's inside become visible to us. Something we can feel and we can sense and we can be comfortable with. Comfortable in things that perhaps make us uncomfortable, but comfortable to be able to see them, to recognize the only way to understand how to contain them, how to manage them, how to respond to them, is to be able to see them. And so we let them be seen. We let them be visible. We allow them to be present for us. And so we sit, and for a moment we meditate in silence. We follow our breath in. We let it go out. The blanket becomes more elastic, and the fabric is not so tightly woven. And as we breathe in, we take in what's inside, and as we breathe out, it rolls up through the blanket and out, and we have awareness. We become accepting of what's inside of us. We accept what rises. We don't fight it. We don't try and push it away. We don't try to make excuses for it or rationalize it or react to it. First, we allow ourselves to see it, to visualize it, to feel it. And like the rainbow, we let it go. The rainbow just goes. We have no option. However, when things arise in us, sometimes we grasp them and we try to go where the rainbow goes. But that's a futile task, fruitless task. We can't go there. And if we hold on, it's like carrying around a weight. So we let the weight slip through our fingers and move away. But we've seen it now. It can no longer stay hidden. We don't hide it anymore. We've cleaned the drawers out. We've cleaned the basement, the garage, all our hiding spots. We've thrown the keys away and opened the drawers and opened the doors. And it's like having a garage sale. We get back more than we started with. All these things are gone. They've floated away. We come back. We look at the sky one more time, perhaps. Clouds are moving away. The sun seemed brighter. The rain that was falling has stopped, and now there's steam rising from the ground. Water vapor. The water that fell has transformed itself from a liquid to a gas, from water that is bonded to itself to vapor whose bonds are much less. And that rises back up into the sky and floats to a place we can't see and collects in clouds. And the wind blows it and it falls somewhere else as rain. The circle continues. We are in the loop, in the circle. Our circle starts at birth, and the miracle that we exist becomes conscious to us. And we keep transforming over and over and over again. So as we transform, we seek out what nurtures us. We seek out the sunlight that's nurturing, the rainwater that's nurturing, the food we eat that nurtures us, relationships and interactions with other people that nurture us. And we grow, and we age, and we celebrate, and we grieve, and we laugh and we cry. And we hug the people we love, and we feel the pain of their loss when they're gone. We give away and we accumulate, and we stay in our circle. The sun rises and sets. The moon rises and sets. We rise and sleep. We sit and we breathe and we relax and we drop our shoulders. We relax our bodies. We maintain a sense of ease. We open ourselves up. We experience what's out there. We take a breath in. We take a breath out. And in and out. And namaste. May the light in me shine in you.